Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. You are with Ashley from Enlighten Education Trust, Hermanus, the Western Cape. And today we are going to be tackling the vast theme of masks. And I've got lots of things to talk about and to show you and to inspire you with. So before we start, I'd just like to mention that masks have been things that have been used all over the world traditionally to assist people to go into rituals, celebrations, different states of being, sacred events, all sorts of different kinds of situations. So just to give you an example of a couple of masks from around the world that have been used for special occasions. So what happens when one puts a mask on? One is temporarily completely transformed into this being that you are now portraying to the rest of the world. And interestingly enough, when other people look at you, they respond to you completely differently. So obviously we can put on masks without having an actual tangible mask where we act a certain way. And even then people start responding to us a little bit differently. So masks are very interesting things. Today we are going to specifically explore certain themes which you're going to choose. It is not going to be this is how you make a mask and taking you to an end product. It's rather going to be giving you different ideas, different things to look at and think about, and then you as teachers and all learners can make your own decisions. Okay, so looking at just a couple of little things. There's one thing I wanted to share before we actually start is this delightful picture of this little girl who's got a butterfly mask on, the innocence of it, and how she is completely transformed when she wears this mask. The other side of the pole is masks can be used for protection. So I think this is fencing, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, the theme of masks is very much in all of our minds at the moment with COVID. So people are wearing all sorts of different masks. They're starting to become a fashion statement. But basically, these masks are to protect other people from being infected should we get COVID. Okay, so it's important to wear your masks, obviously. So looking at exploring themes, one could explore a specific theme. So for example, teachers may want to take the theme of COVID and make it into something that really assists learners to think about, to process what's happening around us. So for example, they might want to find something inside them that helps them feel safe and calm, that helps them feel protected, that helps them feel strong, or that helps them with any quality that they're wanting to acquire with this present world pandemic. And they may want to make that into a mask. And the actual process of doing that will be very therapeutic for them. So that is one idea. Another idea is you may want to make it more personal, and you could suggest to learners that they imagine if they were to look like a certain animal, what kind of animal would they look like? So you may want to ask them to specifically ask, do they have a long neck? Perhaps they like a giraffe. Do they have big deer eyes? What kind of hair do they have? Do they look more like a lion, or do they look more like something simple, like a little rabbit? So they could come across one animal from within that they could use. And then you could ask them to imagine another animal according to how they feel inside. So perhaps they feel quiet as a mouse and very shy, or perhaps they feel very bold and strong like an elephant. Perhaps they feel sort of sneaky like a snake. And the third one you could suggest is if they were to choose an animal with a quality that they would like to acquire, so for example, strength or speed or agility, then what kind of animal would that be? Once they have 3 animals, they could then take those animals and do a sketch or a drawing and combine a face of the animal, thinking about where its ears are, whether it's got horns, where its nose is, and create yet another animal with those qualities that have something to do with them. So those are the ideas for themes for masks. It really is a wonderful therapeutic process. I'd like you to see it as that, as well as a beautiful decorative one, because masks have been used to inspire artists from all over the world to recreate things using these design principles. And of course, people from all over the world buy masks and hang them on their wall as items of beauty and intrigue. So we're going to look at all of these factors. I'm going to be back here with you in a minute, and we're going to talk more about materials and what you're going to need.